We're here with my friend Hannah, who works for the R.E. Lee Soil and Water Conservation District, and she's going to tell us all about soil. But first, Hannah, would you share a little bit about what your job is?
Of course. So I'm the Conservation Education Specialist at Robert E. Lee Soil and Water Conservation District. Our district covers Amherst, Appomattox, Campbell, and the city of Lynchburg, so we do have a pretty large district. My job as a conservation educator is I go out and I educate all ages about conservation, soil and water, natural resources, all sorts of different things, and why those are all important and why we need to conserve them.
Great. So Hannah brought some stuff with her that she's going to share with us, and we're even going to learn how we can test our own soil at home. Let's check it out.
Okay, so we're going to do a little activity to show how you can test your soil at home. Now, some soil tests are very high tech. They tell you what is in your soil, but we're doing the basics. And we're looking at the profile of how much sand, how much silt, and how much clay is in your soil. Now, why is this important? There's different types of plants that grow well in different types of soil. Most of the time you do want like a clay silt loam right in the middle of the soil pyramid, and we'll get to that later. But right now, I'm going to show you how to do the soil test. So what you'll need is you'll need a mason jar. You can get it a little bit smaller than this if you want, but this is perfectly fine. It's pretty big. You're going to fill it halfway with soil. So you're not going to try to get any grass in there or roots. You're just trying to get the soil. Then you're going to fill it all the way up with water and put about a teaspoon of dish soap in there. Shake it all up and wait 24 hours for your soil profile to show you. So I actually have one that is completed. It's not the soil profile of where we are. This is actually a soil profile from Appomattox. This is what your soil jar is going to look like once it's all done. You got your dirty water in here, but this soil water, it has clay in it. So all the clay hasn't completely filtered out, but this profile, it just has silt and clay. So if you can see this big section, that's all silt. And then that smaller section is clay. So it's a very silty clay soil. So in the profile and on the soil pyramid, you're going to look at the percentages. So if we have 50, this is 100% of soil. We've probably got about 90% of silt, 10% of clay. And then you would find that on your soil pyramid, and that'll tell you what kind of soil you have. So we're going to do this right here with our soil. So you're going to need a trowel, and you're going to dig into the soil. Now this one will probably be nice and sandy because we are at a river or stream. All right, so this is about half. I'm going to break up that big piece. Fill it with water. And then put about a teaspoon of dish detergent. Put the top on, because you don't want to shake it without a top on. And then just shake. Make sure you get all the big clumps out, and then it'll settle out. So you can see we already have some sand settling. The sand will settle in about 1 to 2 minutes. The silt will settle in about an hour, and then the clay is going to take about 24 hours for it to completely settle. And what you can do is you can take a permanent marker and label all your layers, and that way it'll help you with the percentages. So that's how you test what kind of soil you have at home, and you look at your soil pyramid.
Thanks for learning about soils with us today. And remember,
every splash begins with one drop.
See you next time.
Good job, Nancy. Keep digging that hole. I'm excited to see the soil with you.
Lily, I can't dig any farther.
Did you hit a root?
Probably.
You know what water and roots come together as?
What?
Water, roots, tension. Ah!
Good one, Lily.